guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. Before we get into the video, let me just address the fact that I have got on an off the shoulder top. So if I come off screen during this video, I'm not naked. So I'm sure you guys have seen it all over the internet by now. If you're a Rihanna stan like I am, then you were on it from the beginning, and if you haven't, then where have you been? You must have been living under a rock. Rihanna just launched a body lava, which is basically like a dry oil with glittery golden pigments in it, and she's done hers in 2 shades, and you're supposed to use it on your skin to kind of give it that kind of glistening, glowing kind of look and feel. And then also, which kind of went a bit under the radar, but MAC released a Fix Plus version of their spray with kind of gold pigments in it, and they've done one with pink pigments in it. Now, I love the concept of having glowing, glistening skin. I know the weather's not great in Kenya at the moment because we're in the middle of the rainy season. But seriously, if you are going away to coast anytime, if you've got a sunny holiday coming up, or if you just want to prep yourself ready for that sun that's going to be coming later on this year, then I think having glowing, beautiful skin is fantastic. And we have so many festivals and outdoor events in Nairobi. I think you want to look your best, and I think glowing skin is one way to try and look your best if you're going to an event. As well, off the shoulder Bardo tops are definitely in. So your shoulder's going to be on show, your clavicle and your neck's going to be on show. So it's definitely a way to kind of show off your skin without being naked, right? So Rihanna posted on her Insta stories, and you can see her kind of rubbing in her Fenty body lava on her shoulder. And then I went to check the price. $50 something, almost $60 I think with tax in some US states. I was like, ain't nobody about to shell out more than 5,000 shillings for that kind of a product. I don't think I'd be using it all the time. So I don't think for me it's like an essential thing that I would spend that kind of money on. So I was like, is there a way that I could reproduce this kind of a product at a cheaper price and kind of just do my own version, especially because I won't be using it all the time. So I had a little bit of a think, and I had a little bit of a rummage in my makeup drawer and came up with something to create a kind of dupe to those 2 products. And this is the kind of finished effect. I don't know if you've been watching me and wondering, oh my God, she's glowing. Yes, honey, that's my DIY spray that I just made. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. If you're interested, all of the things that I've used I think are readily available in Kenya, so you don't have to go out, and they're not too expensive, so you don't have to spend too much money on this as well to recreate this look. I really like how it came out, but it was definitely a trial and error, as you'll see in the video. But let me not ramble on too much for you guys. If you are interested in seeing how I managed to make my own DIY body lava, body shimmer type product, then just keep watching. But before I go, of course, I can't leave before I let you know that if you haven't already, why haven't you subscribed to my channel? Hit the red button, go ahead, subscribe, join the fam bam, and please make sure as well to give this video a thumbs up if you like the concept of it and you watch it all the way through. Share the video, let guys know that this channel exists. By the way, if this video goes up first, then voting for the Bake Awards has now been extended, so it's open until the 7th of May. So please go ahead and vote for me. I'll make sure to leave all the details here on screen and in the description bar below. You can vote for my blog there, oliviaakumu.com. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm rambling now, so let's just get into the video. Alright guys, so I've tied my hair up, and just a disclaimer, this is completely experimental. I have no idea how this is going to work out or not work out, but I had a little bit of a rummage through my makeup drawers and kind of things that I have around just to see what I could use to kind of put together my own spray. So for this, you will need an empty spray bottle. I am using a little mini Fix Plus bottle that I finished up some time back. Just to give you some context, that's the size of the big one, so that's the little mini one. So I'm going to be using that to spray. You don't have to go out and buy this just for that. You can buy spray bottles from all over in like beauty supply stores. I think I also saw in Miniso they might have like little packs with spray bottles in, so go and have a look in there as well. So you'll need one of those. For the actual liquid mix, so I've been watching a lot of different reviews about the Fenty Beauty, and I think the main complaint has been that it's sticky. So it's supposed to be a dry oil, but when people were applying it, a lot of people were saying that it was sticky, and I do not like feeling sticky one bit. So for me, it's trying to do the same kind of effect, but to not have a sticky kind of feeling. So I thought about it and I was like, if I just put in water, then I don't know if it's gonna really stick and adhere to my body and stay on my body. So I do need something that will kind of help stick to my body, but I don't want anything like too sticky. So I think I'm gonna mix 2 ingredients together. So I've grabbed some water, just some regular tap water, and then I found some glycerin, and this is just like a regular bottle of glycerin from the supermarket. So I'm gonna mix part water, part glycerin, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe half, or maybe just slightly more glycerin. I don't know. Right, let's just see. So that's gonna be like the liquidy part of the thing. And then to actually get the shimmery pigment, then I had a look in my drawers and I found a couple of things that I think I want to mix. So I found some loose powder. It's a gold powder. I've had this for honestly absolutely years. It's probably way past its expiry date, but I always have it around because I like kind of loose pigment and you can do so much with it. So I'm just going to swatch a little bit of this onto the back of my hand so you can see what kind of colour. It's like a bronzy kind of gold, or like a coppery kind of gold. So that's it there. It's probably looking a bit brighter on screen, but it has got like some definite warmth to it. Then if you guys watched my junior haul video, then you'll see that I picked up a ton of glitters from there, and I'm gonna mix in this one that's 009. It's more of a bronzy gold, like more dirty looking than the other one, but it is just pure glitter, like loose glitter. The other one is pigment, whereas this is just literal flecks of glitter. Let me see if I can get that to show up on the back of my hand as well. So that's the 2 right there. So I'm gonna mix them in. So I think the pigment will be good to kind of just give a little bit of a base color to the formula that I'm gonna make. And then the glitter itself will be nice just to actually add that kind of actual sparkly effect to it. So I'm gonna put in, I think, less of the pigment because I don't want my skin to be like literally gold. And then I'll add in some of the glitter, loose glitter. So those are the ingredients that I'm using. If you're interested in trying to duplicate this, let's see how it turns out before we get too excited. So I'm grabbing my container, so I'm just taking the lid off. And I think I'll go in with the glycerin first. Glycerin's quite thick in terms of its consistency. Maybe not half, it is quite thick. I've put in about that much worth in the container. And then let me just add in some water from this glass right here. I'm rubbish at pouring things, so that's all just got all down my leg. And I've put that up until about there. So let me just shake that up first and see kind of like how thick it comes out. And if I like that consistency or not. Let me just spray it. That feels still quite watery, so I'm gonna add in the rest of it as glycerin. I'm just gonna top that all the way up. So I'd probably say about, I've probably put in like 1/3 glycerin and 2/3 water in there. So we'll just shake that again to get that going. Yeah, and I can feel the glycerin in there now. It's kind of like more emollient, but it's not sticky, so that's nice. So yeah, I think those proportions are probably about right. So like 1/3 of glycerin and 2/3 water. You can adjust it, of course, as you go if you want to. So now here comes the tricky bit. Putting in the glitter stuff into this container. I've just got a tiny brush, and I'm just gonna pick up some of the loose pigment first. There's a really tiny amount on that brush, and I'm just going to drop that straight in to the bottle, and then I'm going to do the same and take about the same amount of the glitter. Ooh, probably even a little bit more. I think I've scooped up there, and deposit that straight into the bottle. Right, so the 2 are in there now. I'm gonna shake everything together, and then let's see what we get. Ooh, All right, so the colour's changed. I don't know why I didn't expect that to happen, but the colour has definitely changed. You can see in the bottle immediately that the pigment has gone to work. I'll shake it really well just because I want to make sure that I get the glitter mixed in quite well as well. And then we're going to do a test spray. I can't actually see anything going on there. So I think I can afford to add some more in. And because I can't even see anything, I'm going to put in twice as much of everything.
A few minutes later.
Right, so I've just taken off the lid just to see what's going on because I have added in quite a lot of product. And it kind of seems like it's sitting on top and not really mixing as well. So I'm going to apply it directly from the bottle onto my skin. And you can see that there, can't you? So for some reason it's not spraying, maybe the particles are too big or something. Okay, so when I'm applying this on, I am getting all of that glitter kind of appearing on my skin, which of course looks so pretty. Can you see that? So for some reason it wouldn't spray, but it is allowing me to just apply it straight direct onto my body, which is nice. And I think the mix of the glycerin and the water is really pretty. And do you know what I like about this? I'm getting that shimmer, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be something that kind of like comes off. Like it doesn't seem like something that would transfer. So right, let me show you the shoulder, like everybody's been doing in their videos. Shake, shake, shake. I'm definitely getting the glitter coming through. I don't know how much of the pigment itself is showing up, but I'm definitely getting the glitter and it looks really pretty. I'm gonna add some to my collarbone. I wish it was actually a nice sunny day today. Like, it's bright, but it's not hot. And I had somewhere to go with all these cold shoulders. I am not stepping out in the cold today with this. I will catch a cold. Okay, so interestingly, it seems like the glitter is kind of sitting on top of this formulation and it's not really sinking in. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me just test this on the side. I'm gonna put a little bit of glycerin on my hand and then touch into the powder. Yeah, so I think the glitter itself works really well straight with the glycerin. And maybe if I was to do more glycerin and just a little bit of water, or hardly any water, then that would work. But for me, the glycerin is just a little bit too thick and a little bit too sticky, which is why I mixed it in with the water. But I'm really liking that shimmer. Like, it looks so, so pretty on my body. It's like reflective. What do you think? Oh. Okay, so I've just done something and I've realised what has happened. You need to spray out quite a bit of this liquid to get that pigment to come through. So let me just spray on here, on this side. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's actually got the pigment in it. It's actually got the gold kind of undertone kind of coming through. Let me just apply it more on this side. Allow that to settle in and add a little bit more just so that you can see it. and then you have to kind of just leave it to dry because it is more water than glycerin. It's not going to rub in so easily, so you leave it to dry. And then, can you see the difference? Apart from the wetness, can you see that this side looks a little bit more golden than this side? Let me balance it out. And I can add that onto this side. Alright guys, so final thoughts. That was my DIY dupe attempt at doing a dupe of the Fenty Beauty Body Lava and the new Max Fix Plus kind of gold shimmery kind of spray. What do I think? So I went for a 1/3 glycerin, 2/3 water ratio just because I wanted to avoid the stickiness. And I feel as though I definitely did avoid the stickiness. My body doesn't feel sticky at all, although it does feel moisturized. And then I put in, I think, about 7 little scoops of both the pigment and the shimmer into this small container right here. In terms of consistency, I would say that just looking in the bottle, the pigment kind of mixed with the water really, really easily. That kind of blended in and it changed the colour immediately. You guys saw that. And the glitter I added in, and still up until now, the glitter kind of sits on top of all of this. So I don't know whether it kind of sits with the oil and kind of just sits on top. And because the spray nozzle goes all the way down to the bottom, it's picking up the pigment part of the mixture rather than the glitter part of the mixture. And you guys saw that I had to open it up and basically dab it onto myself to get the glitters appearing. So I think it depends on what kind of look that you want to go for. If you want to go for a more bronzy look with a base kind of colour, then you can do the same mixture that I did and then go in with pigment. Basically, you can crush in an eyeshadow or anything that you've got. If you've got a loose pigment like this, fantastic. If not, you can just crush down an eyeshadow and that will give you the pigment that you need to be able to achieve that kind of golden base undertone. If you want to do something with glitter, I think your best bet is to use another container and to either do a more glycerin, so the ratio mix should be more glycerin than water, or just 100% glycerin. If you don't mind the texture of glycerin on your skin, then you could just do full glycerin, and I think it would work really well and would settle into your skin like really beautifully, and then you would be able to get this shimmer. If you want to get a bit of both and you don't want to do 2 containers, then you can just do what I did, bootleg it, spray yourself with the bottle that will give you the pigment. And then if you want to add the glitter on top, then just kind of screw off the top and do what I was doing and apply it on. The finished look, I think, looks amazing. Like literally, I look like I am dazzling. I don't know whether it's coming across on camera, but I feel as though I'm just glistening and glittering, and I love glitter. So I love what that looks like. I think if you are lighter than me, then this kind of a pigment would give you a really, really deep bronze look and you would look beautiful with that. If you're kind of my skin tone, this will just add a little hint of glowiness, but kind of like not over the top, not overstated. Yeah, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think, and let me know whether you will be trying out or attempting this kind of dupe. As I said before, I am not here trying to spend $60 on a spray that I'm not going to even use that often, but now that I've made this thing on nights out and things, or if I've got like a special event, I am going in with this glitter. Like honestly, my skin looks goddessy. And I'm not just saying that, it really does just look goddessy. I really like how it's turned out. So leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see more dupe type videos, and I definitely will do some for you. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.